Would you look what I got here? All right, everyone, let's go over this because this is what I'm trying to sell. It's a Weldlogic AWS-150. I'm going to basically go over, why I got it, what I've had to do to it, and why I'm selling it. Now, please don't mind everything else. This is a little church wood shop, me and the guys get together with and just mess with, but I do like finding some things with value, and I know right now if you go on internet trying to find this, you're not going to find it. There's other old ones that are just a turntable only, but this one, I don't know, it does a little bit more than, a little more, a little less than what you find, but this one is not for sale right now on internet. All right, so I got a hold of this guy. Weldlogic AWS-150. It even has a serial, right? Yep, serial number on there. A company was throwing it out. And basically, they were throwing it out because of one thing. This little fan right here on the welder, that went bad. This little fan is about $800 if you can find it. That is absolutely ridiculous. We're not doing that. I'm an electrician by trade, so no biggie. So what I ended up doing was put a little transformer in there, and basically they just wanted 208 turned into 36 volt with an 18 volt center tap on it. So I went ahead and did that. Replaced the fan part with just a case fan, and I'm pretty sure that moves a little bit more air than the other one. Had a 3D print little bracket right there, and then added just a little control because that fan's a 24 volt. Once again, just stuff that I got a hold of, but installed it pretty nice, in my opinion. So they threw it out just because of that reason, and to be honest, I got it for free. What I'm looking to do is just get this machine moving to someone that can actually use it and get a transmission for my Cummins. Because, well, I don't got a mommy daddy paying for all of that. And I'm 38, mommy daddy shouldn't be paying for anything, but whatever. Now how this thing actually works that I know of, and I'll kind of try to point out too what stuff was missing. This was actually used for some either stainless steel or titanium little pipes. They're putting caps on the end. They just chuck them in right here, and then the actual air, when you start hitting all this, it'll come out, and you have that all preset. You hit your air, this piece pops out, hit the other piece, and then this part will pop down to hold a cap on the end or whatever you're doing, and then it would run a program. The programs, I believe, and please don't quote me on any of this stuff because I thought I had the manual for it. I'm still looking for that, but I know you can at least print out the manual. I got a hold of everything else that was difficult. But you get everything all set up in here, and then you can just run your systems just over and over again. You can even set up a couple different programs, I guess you would say, if you got different things that you're doing, and it would just run through them. Now it's got, let's go over real quick what I don't have that I know of that this thing would actually need. So the torch would be held in here. I do not have the TIG torch lead. I've got the ground side of it, but not the TIG torch. And then obviously there was something right here that held the torch where you need it at. Should not be hard to fab up, especially for anyone that's looking to get a hold of one of these machines. Let's see, I do have the case. I just have it off because I want to show you guys some stuff. The case is right here. It's nothing fancy, just a case. I do not have argon tanks or hoses or anything. But there's like some hookups right here, and I'll try to spin this a little bit later here to show you where everything is and all the writing and everything on there. And I think that's about it. Now this can lay down, so it hinges. I just got it standing up to save some room, but you can operate it like this, and basically it just bolts onto the table here, and well, normally it'd be bolted on that side, and then if you want you can lay it flat to have it more horizontal plane, but it's really your choice because there's another foot right here that would rest on the other side. Let's go ahead and turn it on a little bit, and then I may have to shut it off if the fan makes too much noise, but I'll show you how this goes. All right. So there's that fan I put in going. Everything kind of fires up. Now, this has a drawer up in front here that the laptop is in. I did get a hold of this laptop, which has the program on it, because Weldlogic doesn't really reply to a guy that does not own a corporation that is ready to use this machine. But it fires up. Let's see here. All right, so it goes in. Now obviously there's some instructions for all this, but it lets you program everything in. And then when you get it going, I mean, so if you hit 1, you can, I don't know, set some stuff there. Escape, let's see, escape to exit, then it goes to your main screen and it tells you status of it, because everything talks. It is all pretty automated. Down here, I was messing with this today too. So, like, I know when you do the travel, it gets this guy moving. Not quite sure how the speed adjusts on that yet. But that works there. Now you have, this is your, what do they call that? The travel control for your torch, distance. I think torch distance. Yep. I don't even know if you can see that moving on this video. Okay, so that's moving. There's a little pendant right here. I don't know why people have these online for sale for a couple $100. It's literally just a speed control switch, which I think you can do with an Arduino, but we're not customizing this yet. This is all still factory. But when you move this, it's gonna move that back, let's see here, this back motor, which is actually gonna move this slide up and down, and you can actually speed it up. Okay, so that is that movement. I'm going to shut it back off here because I think that's it for the electrical side of this. Alright, so now you also have the lever over here, which is actually going to control your torch coming in. Pretty sure you get this thing all set up to what you're going to be doing over and over again, and then the air will move it out to where it needs to go, hold whatever it is on, and then you just hit start and the thing runs the cycle that you have programmed into it. And obviously, if you're looking for a machine like this, you know what this thing already does. So I'll try to avoid some of that talk. Shut it down here. All right, inside here, basically all Weldlogic did was they put a Maxstar 152 TIG welder inside of here. Now, inside, let me turn on my light on my phone. Okay, inside, oh, that's horrible. Here, you can actually see the old faceplate and the amperage control, whether or not you've got the, let's see, the control at your torch, or if it's at the machine, if you're doing TIG welding or arc welding. All of that was still inside here, but there was just glue on top of the, let's see, on top of the button, so you couldn't change them. Which if you're not going to be in here anyway. This case cover will fit on here still. You're not going to be touching them. You set them back to where they're at. But to make sure that TIG welder was working, I borrowed a TIG lead from somebody. Got the switches like I was just operating a normal welder, and I was able to, well, burn holes because I didn't have any argon or rod feeding it. So, but it verified that it was working. Otherwise, besides that, I blew it out, cleaned it out real well. Now there's a door on the front right here. Looks like you got some gas control, torch gas and backup gas for what you're doing. Let's see if I can start rotate this around now a little bit. The thing does have some weight to it. All right, on the back here. Let's see if I can get you everything. Looks like there's a foot pedal control. Here's some of your other leads coming out. You can just read those and pause the video if you need. Not sure what the torch sense does, if that was something that also came on the torch that was actually on this. There's where your work leads come out. And like I said, I do have the ground side of it. That hooks into your ground side, and I'm pretty sure that bolts onto the machine somewhere. That way when you clamp down on that 3-jaw chuck, it's got your ground. And then it's got your different setups for your backup gas in and out, and your torch gas. Now, There's only one of these guys. I'm not sure what if there's a specific system to those, or if you would have to change these out to something that works, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, you can probably find these somewhere. All right, let's see. Okay, so yeah, so to be clear, got this from that company. They were throwing it away. I got it for free. I've honestly never TIG weld. I've MIG weld, I got that. And if this thing doesn't sell, well, I got myself a TIG welder now. But I like to find these things and just get them on eBay or somewhere and make some money. Yeah, even down there, there's a ring blower. That's still listed. But I'm just looking to make some money. Now, normally, as far as I know, these things go for $10,000 to $12,000 because of, I don't know, everything they got, all the proprietary stuff, but most of the stuff is here. It's got, you know, a wear, because like they ran a bunch of stuff through this. So we're basically going to start it out at, where am I at? $5,000 is what we're going to start this out at. See if we got some movement on it. Okay. I'm going to see if now, get a hold of me through this YouTube video. Put comments if you got questions. Like I said, if you need to clarify something that I said on how this thing actually works, or if I missaid something, put it down in the comments. That way we can keep track of all that, because like I said, I did not actually physically ever use this machine when it was there. They just basically bought